life. Hey there.
Hi.
How are you? What's going on?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm tired as flock.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Well, yeah, it was one of those nights. Went to bed late, woke up early,
Oh, wow.
Went to bed around, I don't know, midnight.
Whoa.
Got hyped up over America coming behind.
That wasn't what did it. What really did it?
Yeah,
what
really did it?
I couldn't think of anything. That couldn't have been it.
Okay.
I just went to bed late. I don't know. Wasn't
one
really
of those
doing all that
nights.
much. Just bumming around.
Huh.
Watching Friends at 11.
Wow. Okay.
My wife still sits there and laughs out loud.
Watching,
It's so funny.
watching Seinfeld at 11:30. Or no, that must have been at 11. I don't know. But anyway.
Are you watching Curb? Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm or no?
Well, it's not even on yet. It starts September 30th.
Well, I'm watching the old ones.
Oh, the old ones?
But they're having the cast of Seinfeld on this year.
Right. That's the big thing. They're like going to make it the Seinfeld show.
Are you into that show or no?
Into Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
I've watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes total.
Right. That's like me.
And when I watch it, I laugh.
Yeah.
But
You're not dying to watch it again?
Yeah.
It's not like you TiVo it and go,
That's
oh,
how
I
I
gotta
feel.
see it.
Like, I enjoy it, but I don't run back for it.
Yeah.
Right. There was one
If it's
episode
on, it's on.
I saw with Muggsy Bogues where the main character, Larry
David?
Yeah, was looking to see how big Muggsy Bogues' schlong was when he was peeing in the urinal.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
And Muggsy Bogues went off on him.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. So that was really funny.
Yeah, right.
But every time I watch it, as I said, I've seen a total of like 3 or 4 episodes. I laugh, and I'm like, oh, this is a show that I really could get into. But then I'm like, yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, but this season, maybe I will watch. I don't know. I'm surprised they let Kramer back on
Yeah, I know. That's surprising.
with all that went down. But it looks like he's going to be in it. So
Maybe he'll drop a few N-bombs. And
Maybe.
it is HBO.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, that starts September 30th. I've seen all. They're running ads like crazy on HBO for that show.
Yeah.
You can't watch anything on HBO without it ending, and then the first thing being the Curb Your Enthusiasm season begins September, whatever.
People need
I'm
to
pretty sure
curb-
it's 30th.
People need to curb their enthusiasm about that show. That's all my friends are like tell me it's so great.
It looks pretty funny, but I never watch it. It's in its 5th season or something like that.
Yeah, they took 2 years off.
Oh well.
A year and a half,
Yeah,
2
and
years off.
he looks even older than ever. And
Oh, wow.
so does Ted Danson, by the way, who's
He's on it?
well, he's on a lot. From what he was on one of the 4 episodes I watched, he was on.
Huh.
And then I saw it again, as I said, you can't watch an HBO show. Like I watched Entourage Sunday night. By the way, very disappointing Entourage this past Sunday.
Really?
Really bad. As good as the week before was. This one was that much worse and then some.
Wow.
That bad on a half-hour show?
Yeah, ooh, not
Back in a beat. They
good.
come over
First
and
of
punch you
all-
in the
I
face
know.
afterwards?
They must have felt really lazy because the show was like 17 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I don't want to get into it, but
Can't
anyway.
do that, can they? It's a half-hour slot.
But when I
Well, not for them, thanks.
when I saw the ad for Curb Your Enthusiasm this past Sunday when I was watching Entourage, Ted Danson was there again.
Wow, he must look really
So I'm
old.
thinking he must be somewhat of a regular. Yeah, his hair is all white, and
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
it's a long time since Cheers pretty much all broke up the good camaraderie they had there at that bar.
Yeah.
Everybody knows your name, so you can stop showing up on TV.
That's right.
You've made it.
All right.
Yep.
So we got a hefty bit of rain going on.
It's nice, actually.
All right. Well, I'm glad everyone out there who was just wishing with their clasped hands for the heat to go away and for more Seattle-like weather to come back. I hope they're very satisfied because you got all that and more outside right now.
Definitely.
In the middle of August.
That's right, it is August. It feels like September. It's so dark out.
Oh, I know.
September. It feels like November. But I'm just letting you know. Maybe you're happy about it. Maybe you're now kind of questioning yourself. It's under that category of be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot of dudes would love to be, doing some outdoorsy stuff today, golfing, whatever. Yeah, you can forget about that.
Right.
So, all right. Just hope you're happy is all I'm saying. Tuesday morning. Come back. We'll get things started right after these words.
What up? It's Jason Derulo. You know, if you ever love someone, everybody makes mistakes. If you thought that love was real, would you give love another shot? What you say? Jason Derulo. KUBE 93.
Oh, yeah. Must feel good.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Running down the street, smoking, sipping on gin and juice.
operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, ask Gay.
How you doing?
He needs to check in early, Terry, because his work shift starts promptly at whenever.
That's a good time to come in. I'd love to come in whenever.
Yeah.
How are you there, Gay?
I'm okay. I'm tired.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, it must be the weather change or something.
Could be.
Definitely.
sleep
Definitely.
very well.
Darkness and the weather change.
Yeah, when the weather changes, I have a bad sleep pattern going. You know?
It was so loud last night.
I'm sorry, what was that, Jason?
The rain was so loud last night, it kept me up.
I loved
whatever.
it.
The rain kept you up? You're supposed to sleep better when it rains.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm in a new apartment, so there's different sounds. And
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Apartment.
different sound.
I heard that. Hotshot was telling me you moved into a different apartment. He's now in a one-bedroom, Terry. The man is truly a big baller now.
Wow, 48 years old in his first bedroom.
With a den.
And it's got a den.
He's got a den?
Oh, it's
Whoa,
like, it's like
what?
the Brady house.
Yeah. So now I have my own office.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's just a sign of the times and a tribute to his successes, Terry.
Yes.
Wow, he has a bedroom?
He's left the studio apartment behind. You're in the same building, right?
I'm actually in a different building.
But
Same complex.
same complex. Okay, how would you like to be the guy to lose the lottery and get Gay's old apartment?
I know you're looking around and you go, so who used to live here? Well,
Well, that's why we had to,
fumigate the whole thing.
for at least 2 months.
You should just burn it down.
Gay.
Whatever. I'm having someone come in and actually clean the unit.
Oh, you have to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're talking about the apartment, though. Gay, are you responsible? The building managers, they're not responsible for making sure it's fumigated and sanitized and just clean of all Craigslist residue? I mean, that's your resposability or what?
I have to leave my apartment the way I got it. It has to be clean.
Oh, that's not
It
possible.
doesn't need to be fumigated.
How long did you live there?
2.5 years.
How long?
2.5?
2.5 years.
Wow, really?
2.5 years of gay phone operator.
Yeah.
You're the next guy in. They don't tell you, they don't give you the word that it was gay phone operator that lived there for 2.5 years before you. They're really doing you a disservice. That's like...
You have to
You should at least get a
disclose
discount.
everything.
You should at least get a discount.
That's like telling someone there's no brakes on this car. You know, you're just driving along thinking everything's fine. Then all of a sudden-
Yeah, I hope they don't get a knock at the door.
I think they should be legally required to tell the person who is considering the apartment after gay, oh, by the way, this place was
Former occupant.
inhabited by the gayest of phone operators who ever lived.
Well, I
But they're
know-
not going to do that. They're going to do everything they can to hide that.
Right. Well, I know that when you buy a house, they have to disclose everything about the house.
It's not like a death happened there. Jesus.
It's worse.
No, it's not.
I think you should, whenever the new tenant moves in, the first week they're living there, you should knock on the door going, "Did you see my slippers?" And they'll be like, "What the hell? Dad, tell us
I
this!"
took my M&M man and put it on my new balcony so you can see it from the road.
Oh.
Obviously, that
my
was
God.
an essential move by you. The M&M
Yeah.
man is
I gotta have him.
a vital feature of who you are and what you stand for.
Well, actually,
You really...
the 4 people that I hired from Lowe's actually moved it. They didn't know that I didn't want to take it. So
The M&M man, you know, the typical with the hand up and the big M&M stomach. And
Yeah.
no, there's no hands on it. It's one of the store displays, so there's no hands. It's just holes where you can put in bags of candy and they can sell it.
It's really amazing how, you know, you kind of gloss over that in some respects, but it's really amazing how the M&M man really stands for so much of who Gay Phone Operator is from so many fronts, Terry.
I know.
You know, he looks overly jolly. He's got a big tummy. He represents one of the most prolific snack foods in the history of our planet.
Very
He loves to be
true.
licked.
Loves to be licked in multiple areas.
Yes.
Really all alone. Never really embraced by any of the other candy.
Right.
Yeah, but the M has the other M. Isn't there 2 of them usually?
Yeah. Well,
They
but
are interlocked, but I don't know.
it melts in your mouth sometimes.
Not in your hands.
I don't know about that, Terry.
Unbelievable.
And you know, I might have got a potential date out of my move on Saturday.
Wow. He's
One of the guys you
dating-
hired from Lowe's?
Yeah, I gave him my phone number. He was cute. His name was Gustavo.
Oh, I'm sure he loves being called out like that.
Wow.
So you,
He didn't speak English very well. But
that
So he's
explains a
taking
lot.
down the-
That explains everything. So you were hitting on the moving guy.
I did. I went to Lowe's. And
Who didn't speak English?
I need 4 guys, and I had like 8 jump in my car.
You needed 4 guys.
Yeah.
And 8 were just so quick to jump in your vehicle.
Yeah, they're crazy down there. They're looking for work, so...
Yeah, I see them hanging outside the joint.
Yeah.
Sitting outside the Lowe's waiting for some action.
Yeah, Home Depot.
And gay phone operator gave them everything they could have wanted and more, I'm sure. 8 of them jumped in your car, and you paid them what?
I told him, I only
Paid
paid
him in
4,
dick.
and I
What?
paid him...
Oh.
I actually paid him more than I thought. I told them it was originally $200, but when they came, they...
Oh, boy.
Not bad, come on. No, they
You're right.
worked really, really hard, and they did what they needed to, so I gave them $300.
Well, you are
Wow.
quite the sport. Now, listen to the man. He's been working. He's not a saver, so he might as well spend the money he's getting. And
Right, why not?
he is moving. He has moved into a bigger apartment now.
Spend it if you got it.
I mean, more room to just date rape some people that he meets at the club.
I'm not a date rapist.
And he's tipping the moving dudes like there's no tomorrow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Whatever, they did a really good job. They got me moved in 2.5 hours, and it was done,
Si,
and I
senor.
didn't have to do it.
Okay.
So you gave him your number, but he probably thinks you have more work for him.
Oh, he does.
Instead of a
The note
date.
that I gave him
I know.
said, "Cute. My name's Chris. Call me sometime," and my number. I don't think he thought it was for work.
He's gonna ram that M&M man right up your.
Are you sure he's gay?
Yeah. How are you sure that he is?
Gay doesn't care.
I didn't. I never do. I hope they are.
Oh, come on now.
Shouldn't you get a good-
out of the car so he wouldn't hit me?
Wouldn't it be wasting your time if he's heterosexual? Shouldn't you be getting a good read, a good use of your gaydar to figure out if he's gay or not, and then decide whether you want to hit on him?
No, there's always
That's
a
what's
chance.
wrong with you.
So I took the chance.
There's a lot wrong with you, gay. You have to acknowledge. But
Tons.
one of the things that clearly is wrong with you that you never seem to really get is I wouldn't be hitting on a gay woman. If I knew a woman was gay, I wouldn't be like, well, I want to hit her on her anyway, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, there's always a possibility that someone's willing to try something.
Unbelievable.
Oh my
So the thing
gosh.
is, you don't know what somebody likes.
How do you even know that he really truly understood what you were like implying or saying? Because you said he
That's
doesn't.
what Hot Shot's question
No, I
was.
know. I mean, but I mean,
Doesn't speak English.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants an explanation.
And when in doubt, slip him a roofie.
No kidding. Works every time.
Are you headed to work right now?
I'm actually at work in the parking lot now,
Mm-hmm.
waiting to go in.
Got a Danish in your hand?
No, I do not.
You have something in your hand?
I have a Coke Zero from 7-Eleven.
A Coke Zero. Made a stop at 7-Eleven on the way to work. And you didn't just get a Coke Zero. What else did you get?
Well, Jack in the Box was next door. So
Oh, God. Did you really?
Why couldn't you get a soft drink from Jack in the Box?
because I get pop that I take to work, and I put it in the fridge. That way I don't have to buy pops throughout the day.
I see. So he makes a special stop at 7-Eleven to get just the right size Coke Zero to last him almost the entire day.
Yeah.
And then
No,
you
I
walk.
got 3. I got 3. I took
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yes, very efficient.
Day.
Mm-hmm. It's a long day, yes.
So did you drive through Jack in the Box or did you walk over there?
I walked from Jack in the Box to 7-Eleven, and then I walked back.
So you went to the counter at both places.
Yes.
Very nice.
I think that's a good, solid, healthy choice for breakfast this morning, Gay.
I got 4 grilled chicken strips.
4 grilled chicken strips. You can get chicken strips this time in the morning?
You
Jack
can
in
get
the Box, you
them
get
Oh, yes,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
It's a good deal. And
Yeah,
that's
that's the good thing about Jack in the Box. You can get anything on
all right, easy. And what else did you get? Come on, you didn't stop at chicken
a
strips.
large seasoned curly fry.
Okay.
Wow.
A large seasoned curly fry, which I'm sure is the exact name you want to call your moving guy. And and anything else or no?
No, that's it.
That's it. So a Coke Zero on his cubicle,
them, remember.
on his desk this morning, in case you're interested in getting a visual, is going to be one of 3 Coke Zeros, large seasoned curly fries.
And actually, I got 2 Coke Zeros and 1 Pepsi Max. The Pepsi Max is the first one of the day because that's got the extra
jeez.
caffeine.
That hypes you up for the day, and then you have the cool down Coke Zero moments.
Yes.
I see.
Did you have a little coffee in the morning like everyone
Yeah,
else?
no joke.
Because I don't like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And what's
Well-
the difference? If I get my caffeine from the Pepsi Max, it doesn't matter?
Congratulations on the move to the bigger place. As I started the call by saying, you are quite the baller now. Very impressive. And you have to be quite proud of yourself.
I'm happy with it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Wow.
Nicely done.
And
Congratulations.
Karen Lyle still sucks.
Oh, jeez. Okay. There we go.
Wow.
Nowhere.
And he hung up on that note.
Out of nowhere.
He's at war with Karen Wilder.
And when he's at war, he just gets obsessed, It's on.
Yeah, but he sounded, the overwhelming tone of that call was one of his more jolly calls.
Oh, yeah. He's 40 years old and finally has a bedroom.
And don't
got
forget
a
an
bedroom,
office.
a den, and curly fries.
Oh.
Everything's right in the world for gay phone operator.
Can't do better than that.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Very exciting.
Hey yo, this is Sean Paul, the girls I'm overall, man. And my favorite song on Cube 93 right now has to be
Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling.
Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up.
Duro, Ice Cream Paint Job.
inside clean on the outside. Ice cream paint job. Only right here, man. Cube 93.
I've been looking around at engagement rings, Tom, and my friends keep telling me that I'll know the perfect ring when I see it.
Well, I think they're right, Caitlin. At Shane Company, most women come in with a general idea of the kind of ring they'd like. Then suddenly one ring in particular captures their heart.
That would be nice.
Oh, it happens all the time at Shane Company because our selection of rings is far larger than any other jeweler's. And we work close.
Look, up in the sky. It's a plane flying over the beach in Malibu, carrying a banner aimed at former NBA superstar Reggie Miller. It says, Reggie Miller, stop pursuing married women. The banner was seen by thousands of California.
What the hell's going on here?
A banner across
Reggie
the
Miller,
Malibu skies?
of all the athletes who have done wrong sexually, Reggie Miller is the one who gets embarrassed like this with a plane flying with a banner of somebody who's got an axe to grind. Some jilted husband out there hired a plane with a banner to go flying over his house or something like that.
Sounds like it.
Wow, that's pretty brilliant.
Look, up in the sky.
Yeah, I'm
It's
looking.
a plane flying over the beach in Malibu, carrying a banner aimed at former NBA superstar Reggie Miller.
Wow.
It says, Reggie Miller, stop pursuing married women. The banner was seen by thousands of California beachgoers.
Nice.
So who's behind the embarrassing message?
Yeah, I gotta know.
Some are speculating that it's this man, Alex von Furstenberg.
That's what I thought.
Son of famed fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg. Von Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car
Oh, geez.
and texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours.
Wow.
Miller formerly played for the Indiana Pacers.
Sure, I remember.
He now does sports commentary for TNT. No comment from him or von Furstenberg.
I see.
Wow.
Lupinella knows him pretty well.
I'm Von Furstenberg, kid. I'll tell you.
It's a good prospect.
He's a hell of a player, Throw the ball well.
And he's got an intense side to him to make sure he gets even when wronged, it seems like.
Oh, this kid hates to lose,
Yes.
Kind of kid you want.
You got to like that in your
do.
clubhouse. We just got a picture. Pasty printed out a picture of
my wiener.
Oh,
Wow.
that too. Yeah, that was blown up a little bit. This one is, wow, this is a very clear. It's not one of those banners that flies behind the plane. You're like, what does that say? I can't make it out. No, oh no. Von Furstenberg.
Who's got dollars? I'm
He
sure.
must have put up some serious cash for this clear a sign and the rental
sure.
of a plane. How much does it cost to get your anxiety out like that? That's got to be very.
I'm going 10 grand.
That's it?
I was going to say 5.
I was thinking more than that. To rent a plane to fly for 3 hours with a banner behind it.
Yeah, you got to make the banner. Maybe more. Maybe 15.
Well, actually, maybe you're about right, because to put up a billboard for 2 weeks when I had to get my aggression out against the Pittsburgh Steelers cost me $6 grand.
I'm going, including the making of the banner, I'm going 15 grand.
And the making of the banner.
That'll be a new show on Fox.
Cost how much?
I'm going 15 grand.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in the 15 grand neighborhood. I mean, a plane is still... And to rent the airspace, because I'm sure it goes per square foot.
Yeah, you don't have to rent the airspace, but I'm sure.
I just think there's extra costs.
I'll take this spot right here.
That go along with it. You got to clear it with the FAA or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it costs money to
Let's
take
see,
your
hold
plane out of an
on.
airport. I mean,
You can't just fly a banner wherever you want in the sky, I don't think. I
Right.
think you got to clear it with somebody.
well, during takeoff, you let them know you're leaving, and then you can fly a banner.
Airplane beach.
I don't know if you can just advertise.
You got to get like a permit or
You got to
something.
get a license or something,
Maybe.
yeah.
You would think, yeah.
So this guy went to some trouble here.
You can't just fly anything you want, I guess.
Assuming it's this guy. They're putting it on this guy, but I don't know if you noticed a little hiccup in the story there. The banner reads clearly, the exact wording of it is, Reggie Miller, stop pursuing married women.
Uh-huh.
But according to the story, this von Furstenberg guy only has a fiancée. That would technically be inaccurate then. She's not a married woman.
Ah.
Well,
So
yeah,
I don't
you're
know
right.
why. I don't know why they say the likelihood is that it's this Van Furstenberg guy. The guy who flew the plane wants Reggie Miller to stop hitting on married women. Well, this woman isn't married. She's just engaged. There's a big difference. He's not hitting on married women. That's false. That's slander. It's false advertising. It's something.
It's true.
Well, Banner Towing USA, which is a website that does the whole, whatever this is, they're not giving you actual. You have to call them to get the
quote.
The quote.
Yeah.
Somebody knows out there.
Yeah, somebody does. Somebody's had it done.
Mm-hmm. You guys moving?
I was gonna say the same thing, but I didn't.
Wow.
But somebody is pissed at Reggie Miller,
well
whether
spent,
it's
by the way.
Van Furstenberg or whoever. I think they just like the name Van Furstenberg to go with the story. I think that's what they like. Because it doesn't add up. Van Furstenberg is not married to a woman.
Well, but in his eyes, he has asked her.
taken.
Right, she's taken
Well,
and
taken is-
literally almost married because they are engaged. She said yes
But
to
technically,
the proposal.
it's technically inaccurate.
Right, well then.
Look,
I think Van Furstenberg would know that.
But having a fiance is different than having a girlfriend.
Right,
It's a little more
absolutely.
serious.
Absolutely.
But you
If
can't
their
be-
wedding date's in like a week.
You can't be flying a message of stop hitting on married women. She's not married.
Look, up in the sky. It's a plane flying over the beach in Malibu,
Gotta hear it one more time.
carrying a banner aimed at former NBA superstar Reggie Miller.
Oh, man, how embarrassing for him.
Yeah, I know.
All the NBA players that he knows that do all kinds of dog-like maneuvers on women and players' wives and players' girlfriends.
And he gets called out?
And
Really?
sixums in hot tubs.
Sixums?
And he gets called out with a big banner over his neighborhood beach.
Not even in the league
In
anymore.
Malibu. He's
know.
not even in the league. And not only does he get embarrassed by having to see the banner over his little neighborhood beach in Malibu, but then extra goes with the story.
Right.
Then it's on a national news little program.
Well, they're not hiring F-18 and shoot that one down. I got more money than you. If you want to play air games, we can do that.
Yes, if it was T.I., you just take a Scud missile from his garage.
Go.
Knock that bitch right out of the sky.
It says, Reggie Miller, stop pursuing married women. The banner was seen by thousands of California beachgoers.
And now it's heard by millions on this program.
Remember the good old days when Barkley was the embarrassing one on TNT? Those days are over.
Reggie Miller just sits next to Marv Albert and does the color commentary, and you're not even sure who it is necessarily doing the color commentary, but he was definitely an impact player and an annoying one, the kind of NBA player that got under your skin. He had that whole run-in with Spike Lee.
Oh, yeah.
I loved him personally.
When the Pacers played the Knicks.
You probably hated him as an.
Aren't he and his sister are like kind of weirdly close?
Well, they look weirdly close.
Well, they do,
have
but
never,
also...
They've never been seen in the same place.
I know.
Some people say they're the same person. But
I mean, they have a kind of...
it's nice. Shouldn't a brother and sister be weirdly close?
Well, I mean, you think it's weird when Pasty Dave is weirdly close to his sister.
Well, I don't know if they're vacationing as adults with their parents in Hawaii.
Yeah, they've probably each had like a boyfriend or girlfriend at one point.
I haven't heard rumors that Reggie Miller's sleeping in the same bed in a Hawaiian hotel, drinking Mai Tais.
Yeah, but Reggie's had women in his life, I'm sure.
Are
That's
you
the
sure about that?
Oh,
No, I'm just
It
kidding.
says,
No, people
Reggie
say that.
Miller, stop pursuing married women. The banner was seen by thousands of California beachgoers. So who's behind the embarrassing message? Some are speculating that it's this man, Alex von Furstenberg, son of famed fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg. Von Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car and texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours.
All right, so let me see if I got that straight. Is the implication here that Reggie Miller saw a hot ass driving in the lane next to him on the highway?
All right.
And signaled to give him her number, and then I'm trying to figure out what the accusation is. He texted her.
I mean, what, 50 some odd times in 4 hours?
In 4 hours, but there's something about.
But she gave him her
Yeah,
number.
I was just going to say that. That is, I mean.
Can he text her if she didn't give us her number?
Right,
Well,
right. So she's just kind of at fault.
Let me just hear that one more time and make sure that there's no other possibility
Von
there.
Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car.
Followed her in his car.
Okay. Yeah.
And texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours.
Yeah, that same kind of intensity in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
That's right. 11 points in 8 seconds.
Followed her in his car.
Uh-huh.
I once followed a girl in her car. It was the only time I really ever did it, and she called 911, and the cops stopped me.
Is that right?
Are you serious?
No, I'm lying.
Really?
But she was like, I saw some hot girl, and I started following her for a little bit. This was way back, and it was a big mistake. And then she got on her
pre-Cube or no?
Then it must have been. She got on her phone, and she had like a car phone, one of those old car phones. Right. She was in this really nice car.
Like in 16 Candles, right?
She looked like an older, like, Desperate Housewife at the time, before Desperate Housewives even exist. And this is really lame to talk about. And she got on her phone, and I got chicken, and I bailed. I thought she was, like, calling the cops or something.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah, to say the cops stopped me, that's embellishing the story.
Right.
But, yeah, that's, like, the only experience I have of following her. And I didn't follow her very far. I just got all paranoid, and I bailed on the situation, but
again,
she may not have even noticed I existed. But I wasn't
right.
sitting there like signaling her or something like that. I've done that at other times.
Have you?
But those aren't women I follow.
You just signal them over.
I signal them if they're interested. If they want to pull into the Target parking lot for a Hummer, that's great. If not, I don't follow them. But anyway.
But the other thing, too, as Hotshot pointed out, she would have to give him the number in order for him to text 54 times in 4 hours.
Well, he is Reggie Miller. He probably has some ability to get numbers of women that don't necessarily want to hand it over so easily.
But the other thing, too, is...
People with power can get people's numbers. But go ahead.
Well, the other thing, too, is maybe, just maybe, he was going the same direction as her.
For 4 hours?
Well, it doesn't say that he followed her for 4 hours.
I'm in my garage now. Are you going in this direction?
But, I mean, it could have been the flow of traffic. You never know. I don't know. Or maybe she even said to him, hey, why don't you follow me over here and we'll meet up.
You're always quick to point out that the women aren't as innocent as they like to claim they are. But
right, but...
I don't know what the details are, but dude got pissed off.
Obviously,
and
really pissed.
Rented out a plane to embarrass Reggie Miller to make sure he never messes with this girl again. And you have to come to the conclusion that after seeing this plane fly above a beach saying, Reggie Miller, stop hitting on married women, that Reggie Miller will, in fact, now leave this girl alone. Because he doesn't need that kind of publicity, right? This guy did find an effective way to get Reggie Miller to stop hitting on his girlfriend, right or wrong?
Well, definitely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Not yet.
She can't be that hot that he wants to deal with a guy who's that mentally demented
or insecure. That's kind
rent out a plane. That's nuts. You may call it insecure. I call it effective. I mean, you want some... It is kind of, yes. It shows how desperate you are to keep all the men away. If you can't keep the guys away from your girl, maybe you got to start questioning your relationship and your ability to...
That's what I was thinking.
Absolutely. Because really, you can't. You don't think your own woman can handle herself?
Okay,
and
but
say,
that aside, if you want to truly find an effective way to get a guy to leave your woman alone, has this guy found it or not?
Oh, definitely.
Is Reggie Miller going to be... Is this girl worth it to be following her around, to have planes flying over your neighborhood that say, Reggie Miller, stop hitting on married women?
I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a pussy move by this guy that he can't
protect your woman. Like, come on, man.
He can't protect his woman.
Yeah.
He can't feel like he can come up with any other way to keep guys away from his women than flying planes over. But that aside, this is an extremely efficient and effective way to get Reggie Miller to say, you know what? I don't care how hot she is, and she probably isn't even all that spectacular.
I bet she's
don't know.
smoking hot, I'm picturing. I don't know why. Because in Malibu, I mean, I'm sure hot women are a dime a dozen.
You think?
So
and that's the point. In Malibu, hot women are a dime a dozen.
So I bet she's really hot.
This guy didn't even have to do anything this extreme. Anything even close to this would have gotten Reggie Miller to the point and going, oh, it ain't worth it. This guy's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't need that crap. Get that plane out of the sky. No problem. It's over.
I don't know.
But he followed her for 4 hours, sending her 50-some-odd texts, unreturned texts, or what?
See, and that's the thing. It doesn't point out whether they were returned or not.
Von Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car and texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours.
Wow, that's a lot of texts.
Yeah.
Even for a 13-year-old girl.
Well, I don't know. Ask my household. That's nothing.
That's like 12 an hour.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, for someone you don't know, it's a lot.
It's definitely...
Texting someone you don't know.
If you had to...
Did you get my last one? Just checking.
On your scorecard, if you had to put which one is worse, following a girl in your car for 4 hours or sending her 50-some-odd unreturned texts over a 4-hour period, which one goes down as more desperate and extreme?
I think both are pretty equal.
bad.
Okay, fine. But if you have to pick one,
And they're all unreturned?
yeah,
I'm going texts.
in my hypothetical, you have to decide which one is more just stalker-like. Following a girl for 4 hours as she drives in a car. Who drives for 4 hours anyway, unless you're going across country?
Did they say he followed her for 4 hours?
No.
For 4 hours, yes.
He texted her for 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah, I
didn't
don't think he
follow
followed
her.
her for
He
4 hours.
just followed her, but he didn't text.
Hang on a second.
Von Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car and texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, what are you driving to Spokane?
All right, so what's worse?
Jesus.
He's more than willing to wind up wherever she goes.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Clearly following a woman, you have no business going in the direction she's going other than the fact that you're just dying to stay on her tail, or sending 50-some-odd unreturned texts, which is a sign of more just desperate stalker-like tactics.
Following.
I'm going 53 texts with not one response. That's pretty insane.
Following.
After like the 38th, you're not thinking, wait, maybe she's not interested.
But what if the following, as Terry points out, that the following leads you to like a neighborhood that you don't even know where the hell you are, or how to get the hell out of there once you're done following?
Yeah, I'm going
Right.
texts.
Texts are easy just to kind of ignore.
It's me again. Just see if you got the
But
last
they're
one.
easy to ignore. A
Oh, by the
follow
way,
is not easy to
Pasty just printed out a picture for me.
Of me nude coming out of the shower.
Wow, you
Yeah,
are
that was
really...
earlier too. Of this couple, Von Furstenberg and his fiance. And
Furstenberg.
for some reason, I pictured Von Furstenberg.
What's his name?
By listening to the story, I pictured this dude as like an older, kind of rich, big inheritance, kind of
Tad nerdy?
Yeah, awkward looking.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
But in his 40s or something
Right.
like that,
That's
and,
what I picture.
and with a young fiance. I pictured him really insecure like that. This guy's a young cat who looks decent,
Yeah.
and his fiance is really, really hot.
Yeah.
And I can see why Reggie Miller's following her a little bit.
A little bit.
All right?
If you're following, you're
Follow
following.
a little bit.
You're following, if you're following at all.
Oh, you're going to the mall too? I love the mall.
Can I get you a job?
Following's
I'm
following.
not following you. This is a mall. I will put this picture up. Pasty, I'm sure you're doing it as we speak. He's putting the picture up of the Von Furstenberg dude with his fiance on the front page of the tmanshow.com. Because, yeah, this is not what I visualized in my mind, in my mind's eye.
Okay.
That sounds gross. This is not what I had in mind when I heard the story of what Von Furstenberg was supposed to look like.
Okay.
This is kind of what I expected his fiance to look like in this range of hotness.
Okay.
But I pictured Von Furstenberg as an older dude for some reason, and like insecure and a little weird and awkward looking.
But no.
No, this guy looks all right. I mean, looks like any young cat you'd see I don't know, wherever.
Okay.
But he's the guy who supposedly rented out the plane to go after Reggie Miller like that?
So I found a news story on this, and it says, according to this one website, it says he met her in Malibu, struck up a conversation with her recently, and then waited for her to leave
Common
the local
whore.
Country Mart before following her down Malibu's PCH highway, begging to see her again.
So he met her, and on the same meeting kind of sequence, he then follows her out of the place he met her at and says, "Hey, I gotta see you again. I'm gonna die if I never am able to contact you." Like one of those deals.
I guess so. And then it says here,
I felt that way before.
Miller then began to constantly try to contact
Hey,
her.
don't you know who I am?
Yeah. Von Furstenberg filed for a restraining order after
Wow.
nearly 3
this
months
guy's
of
crazy.
trying to woo his wife.
3 months.
3 months.
So are
Yeah.
they married now or no?
Well,
It says wife?
it does say wife. So, I mean, again, this is from diaryofahollywoodstreetking.com, so I don't know.
Oh, of course, sure.
That's one of the websites.
Diarrhea of a Hollywood street. That doesn't sound very good.
That is some
Diarrhea.
serious butt water. All right, let me take some calls, see what the listener reaction is on this. Yes, Terry.
They're saying in this news story that several other women have had similar experiences with a former NBA star. So he's kind of becoming a known stalker
So he
type
has,
guy.
in his personality gene makeup, in his DNA, he has some serious stalker abilities.
Wow.
Back in 94, it's any woman I want. 2009, it's lots of women, but not any woman I want anymore, and you can't deal with it.
When he was playing for the Eastern Conference Championship, and you picked out that year randomly, because that's the year.
No,
that,
I know. 94 was like his year.
That was the year they played the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I remember.
Ready to take on the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals. losing in 7 games. Madison Square Garden, Game 7. Could Reggie Miller pull one more out of the bag for the Indiana Pacers? No! Patrick Ewing and the New York Knickerbockers go on to face the Rockets and wind up losing in 7 games to Hakeem Olajuwon. But not the point. Reggie Miller carried that team on his shoulders, defying Spike Lee's wishes. And now here we are, fast-forwarding to the new millennium, and Reggie Miller is kind of an afterthought.
Would you agree in 94 he could pretty much get any woman he wanted? Pretty much.
In 94, he would have no trouble getting this von Furstenberg fiance.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Although he was never a handsome guy. He was kind of always an awkward-looking guy.
Not
bad-looking, but never a handsome guy.
Yeah, he's
kind of goofy, pencil,
super skinny, big ears.
Big ears, and looks a little like me. But anyway.
But doesn't matter because he's Reggie Miller at the time.
206-421-9393.
He must be 45 now, no?
Right around there, yeah. Dan, you're on the air.
Yeah, dude.
He used to be on my fantasy basketball team.
Did Reggie Miller ask her to the movies and try to kiss her on the mouth?
No, she's not a 15-year-old soccer
soccer player.
girl. The guy,
select soccer player.
Still stuck on that story from yesterday. Can't let it go.
That's all I got for you.
Can I kiss you on the mouth? What a dirt bastard.
You like that story, huh, Dan?
Yeah,
I told you we'll keep you posted on that, but there's no new news this morning. Okay, Dan?
All right. I got a new ad campaign for you. Low T, you know those low T commercials? We'll get all the tea you can on 93.3 and weekday morning.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Pulp Fiction John.
A new advertising campaign.
I never had a first one.
Pulp
Fiction John, you're on the air. What's your comment on this Reggie Miller? This is a weird story, huh?
It is weird.
It's kind of weird, but I think that it's going to have a reverse effect. At first, you think it's a good idea, a good way to get Reggie Miller out of there, but I think all it's going to do is make him try harder.
No, I disagree. I don't think Reggie Miller needs this crap.
No,
I think Reggie Miller doesn't want to be embarrassed like this. He still has a lot of peers and friends in the NBA from the old days and from today because he's still entrenched in the NBA world, and he doesn't want to be going from arena to arena, having people make little jokes about some dude being pissed off about how Reggie Miller was hitting on his fiance or wife and flying planes over beaches saying, Reggie Miller, stop hitting on married women. Reggie Miller doesn't need that. He's done with this girl. Trust me.
But it's either going to do one of two things. Because he was sending he's obviously pretty enthralled with the chick. So he's either going to look at the banner and go, oh, man, there's something really good about this chick. This guy's willing to fly a plane.
Maybe an average guy would do
either that, or it's just going to piss him off, and he's going to say, who does this guy think he is? I'm going to steal this girl away.
No, maybe an average guy would be like that. But Reggie Miller, there's plenty of other women to be hitting on that don't have this kind of drama. This is drama times whatever, multiple. Reggie Miller doesn't need this. He had no idea this guy was capable of anything close to this, or he never would have even got started following this girl, stalking this girl.
What a great life he has. He's got nothing to do during the day but follow chicks around Malibu. He's loaded, doesn't
great
have
work
to work.
If he could find it, yes.
What a good gig. God, it's good to be Reggie Miller.
Good life
and
for
by the
Reggie
way, you
Miller.
can show up at any court and dominate anyone you want in hoops still.
Now, don't get me wrong, Pulp Fiction John. If this girl out there calls Reggie Miller and says, Hyatt, 2 o'clock, room 617.
I'll be there.
I think Reggie Miller shows up, but he's not putting in 1 ounce of work for this girl anymore. Trust me, she ain't worth it. Reggie Miller's not scared of this guy. All right, I don't want you to get me wrong on that. He's not scared of this guy. This is probably the furthest this guy is capable of going as far as the danger level. Although, you never know about a person.
Miller's from L.A. He's not scared of this guy.
He's not scared of this guy, but he doesn't want to be embarrassed like this. Someone who's willing to go to these lengths to embarrass someone like Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller does not need to be reading about this in the paper. Right. He doesn't want to be seeing it on Extra. This is embarrassing. If it was me, I'd be embarrassed.
His birthday's coming up.
About how I was hitting on some guy's girl, and he's flying a plane overhead to tell me to stop.
And mind you,
back off.
Stop hitting on my wife, T-Man.
Especially
I've
embarrassing.
gotten calls like that.
Especially embarrassing with wife and kids. I mean, when you have wife and kids, that'd be really embarrassing.
Reggie Miller's not married or anything?
I think he's a single guy.
Wow.
There was rumors that he was gay for a long time because he's been single forever.
This would kind of, unless this is his PR staff trying to throw people off the scent of him being gay. I don't know. Pulp Fiction John, that's my opinion on that, all right?
Okay, that's reasonable. I agree with you a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like if she has to end up filing a restraining order.
Well, a restraining order has been filed by
against Reggie.
Yes.
Oh.
But not by her.
Not by her,
By
by
the
the
guy
fiancé.
again. This guy is very hyped up over Reggie Miller hitting on this girl, obviously.
Settle down. God.
Well, why is this guy going after Reggie? Why isn't he going after his girl?
Because guys, just like girls, when a boyfriend of hers sleeps with another woman, she goes after the woman. She blames the woman more than she does her own boyfriend, more typically than not. And maybe this guy is certainly coming down on his woman, but he's not ready to break up with her, obviously. If Reggie Miller is following her for 4 hours, he's got something good there.
That's the $1 million question on Judge Judy. She always asks, why are you mad at her? You should be mad at him. He's the one that cheated on you, you know?
Well,
Pulp Fiction John can go back to writing Quentin Tarantino emails about Pulp Fiction 2. See ya.
421-9393. James. I've never heard of a story like this, though, before.
That's
That is
unbelievable.
really
This is
bizarre.
a really interesting story of a guy being that just irate with a celebrity hitting on his girlfriend that he's flying planes just to embarrass him. That's the only reason he did this. He could have left a message on his voicemail.
Sure.
But he flew a plane
Right,
for
with
the
a big
sole
old
purpose of saying, hey, you're going to hit on my woman. I'm going to embarrass you to the largest audience that I could find right now.
Right.
I just think it's kind of wussy to enjoy. I don't enjoy it. I think it's wussy to me. You're really that worried about your girl, really?
It does show his insecurity, like I said. Yeah,
But
he's
very effective.
insecure.
Settle down.
James, you're on the air.
All right, thank you, man. Hey, man, I got a question. I'm a former basketball player, and I can understand how women are a little bit.
A former basketball player on what level?
I played Hawaii last night, Jimmy.
Yeah. I play a little college basketball.
Where'd you play?
In University of Alabama in Huntsville. It's a little small school, but I played and it's small, but
Not Division I, obviously, right?
Excuse me?
Not Division I?
No, it was Division II.
Okay.
But what I want to know is how did he get her number?
So it's not like you can relate to Reggie Miller. I just want to make that clear. It's like you're almost trying to make a case that you can relate to what Reggie Miller's going
Is
through.
this Dale Ellis? No? Well, then you can't relate.
It's James on the line. It ain't James Donaldson. But,
James Edwards? No?
Okay.
Not nothing big, but on my small scale, I do know. How did he get her number? She had to be flirting somewhat.
Well, yeah, and like I read in the story, they struck up a conversation, and obviously maybe she was just trying to. She didn't think it would turn into this. She was guilty of giving her number to him.
Well, I guess James is asking the question: does this girl really want Reggie Miller to go away that quick? Maybe she likes the flirtation. Maybe she's not
the thrill of it all,
feeling the same way as her fiance or her husband or whatever he is. That is demanding that Reggie Miller stop at once. But,
my point exactly.
But it also has to be analyzed from the other side. A lot of times a guy will convince himself that a girl's flirting back when, in honesty, the girl could be just kind of scared, not trying to be rude because she doesn't want to be getting the guy all angry. And, a lot of times when a girl makes it clear that she doesn't want a guy flirting with him, what does the guy say to her? Bitch! Or, something like that she doesn't feel comfortable with. So a lot of times girls will be nice and a guy will interpret that as her flirting back when that's really not the case.
Instead of having an ugly confrontation with him. Right.
So we don't know which one this one is, but you're right. You could certainly make a case that maybe this fiancé was very much enjoying and was hoping to pursue more with Reggie Miller, but knew she had a wacky fiancé.
What if Spike Lee was driving the plane? That'd be great.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, sir. Michelle, you're on the air.
Too wussy to me.
Michelle hung up. Let me go to Joe. Yes, Joe. Well, Joe hung up. Well, we're falling behind anyway, so... As I said,
wow.
I've never heard a story like this.
Yeah.
Of this caliber. To go to these extremes, to these lengths, to get a guy to stop messing with your woman. But it is certainly two things. Very effective. And as we pointed out, also a pretty strong. It is the height of insecurity.
Yes.
I agree with you. It worked. I hate the way it worked, though. I think it's really a big wussy move. I can't stand it. Bugs me for some reason. You're that insecure. You think your woman's going to leave you that bad?
But
if she wants to leave, she's going to leave. Flying a plane's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Maybe. She was very much behind
Oh,
this.
you flew a plane. Now I love you. I mean, come on. Either she loves you or she doesn't.
Oh, honey.
I
for
know.
sure.
It's
Let's
so
get married
stupid.
tomorrow.
Big wussy boy. I can't stand it.
Knight in shining
It's really not even about her anymore. It's about this guy getting even with Reggie Miller because he feels wronged by Reggie Miller.
Right.
And it doesn't even have that much to do with his girlfriend anymore. You disrespected me by not even thinking about me when you blatantly hit on my woman knowing she was with me. So now I'm getting even.
Punch him in the face then.
He knows if he punches him in the face, Reggie Miller's an athlete. He's going to kick his ass.
Okay, well then go hit the gym. Do what you got to do.
He's an heir to a fortune. He ain't no ultimate fighter.
All right.
This is what heirs to fortunes do.
Okay, they fly planes and battle?
That's right.
All right.
With banners.
They hire planes for battle. Okay.
Hey, what's good? This your boy Flo Rida, and my favorite song on KUBE 93 right now have to be
Kid Cudi.
I make it say.
Hit me like a ray of sun, burning through my darkest night. You're the only one that I want, think I'm addicted to your light. I swore I'd never fall again, but this don't even feel like falling. Gravity can't begin to pull me back to the ground again. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. The risk that I'm taking, I'm never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo. Pray it won't fade away.
Oh, that Beyonce, let me tell you. Cherry, text messages roll in all morning long, as you know, at 97373. Don't you know?
I do.
That's 97373. Don't you know? A lot of people commenting on the Reggie Miller story. As I've said now a number of times, this is a very bizarre story of all the years of dudes hitting on other guys, girls, and
Love it.
And all the kinds of scandals that go on in the world of being attracted to someone. I've never heard of a story such as this. And the texters are commenting at 97373, don't you know? And at 7:28 and 57 seconds, somebody writes, Reggie Miller was married, got divorced in 2001. Thanks for the word on that. We actually looked that up and confirmed that this texter is 100% correct about that.
Okay.
So Reggie Miller once was a married man.
Wow.
So could probably have some sense of what it might feel like for an extraneous guy to be hitting on a man's wife and seemingly doesn't care.
Just now he's a rich, lonely 43-year-old tall guy walking around Malibu, bored out of his mind.
He's been divorced now for a number of years, 7, 8 years.
Call, nothing.
Wow.
I don't know if he has kids from that marriage, but he was married for some period of time, divorced in 2001. 7:27 and 29 seconds, somebody writes, not bad looking? Are you guys kidding? You guys are way too nice. If there's alien life on this planet, its last name is Miller.
Wow, now come on. Nuh-uh.
See, the texter didn't say if there's alien life on this planet, its name is Reggie Miller. He's kind of including his sister, too. If there's alien life on this planet, its last name is Miller.
Not nice.
Let's see here. What else do we have? She definitely could have been hit on him. At 7:18 and 33 seconds, dude, somebody writes, she definitely could have been hit on him and denied him because he is an ugly man.
Oh, he's not ugly. I mean, he's okay looking.
All right, you're attracted to him. This texter obviously doesn't agree. Looks are subjective, Terry.
I know.
You can't say definitively that this person's wrong. This texter, I'm assuming it's a woman.
I think we know if someone's attractive or not. I don't think it's really subjective.
It is subjective. Looks are a subjective thing. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it's kind of... You're being brainwashed by what you see on TV. That's what's good looking. Accept it.
Brad Pitt, we know is good looking.
But you can make your own decisions, and you can determine for yourself what's good looking and what's not. All right? Some girls think I'm hot.
Oh,
all right, anyway.
sorry.
For those just tuning in and may not be in the know, let me play this again real quick. As I said, very peculiar story that if I'm Reggie Miller, again, I'd be hiding under my covers if I see a plane flying overhead, embarrassing me like this. Let me play it one last time.
Look, up in the sky.
Yeah, right.
It's a plane flying over the beach in Malibu, carrying a banner aimed at former NBA superstar Reggie Miller. It says, Reggie Miller, stop pursuing married women. The banner was seen by thousands of California beachgoers. So who's behind the embarrassing message? Some are speculating that it's this man, Alex von Furstenberg, son of famed fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg. Von Furstenberg claims Miller followed his fiancée in his car and texted her 53 times in less than 4 hours. Wow. Miller formerly played for the Indiana Pacers. He now does sports commentary for TNT. No comment from him or von Furstenberg.
Well... Some sources that are going with the story other than Extra that covered it right there point out in further detail that Reggie Miller saw this woman from afar in a country store, a little country mart they're calling it, walked up to her, struck up a conversation, then waited for her to leave the local country mart, and followed her, begging for future encounters.
Begging?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Come on. You know you want me? I got a big dick.
Oh, man, that works every time.
You want the Miller stick or not? You know you do.
Oh, God, the Miller stick.
I don't care if you're married. You want to stay with that schlub or you want to be with Miller time?
That's right.
I guarded Larry Bird back in the day. And you're going to tell me I can't make this happen? I don't know. Did they cross over, Larry Bird and Reggie Miller?
Sure.
Reggie Miller was about as pure a shooter as Larry Bird. Just that Larry Bird could do a lot of other things. Larry Bird was a little bit of a rebounder, a little bit of... Reggie Miller, I had him, as I said. When I was in, early days of college, I was in a fantasy basketball league. We had a lot of time on our hands.
Yeah, obviously.
And Reggie Miller was on my squad. And it got a little frustrating at times that he didn't rebound and he didn't assist, but when he had a 31 or 32-point game, that's all I needed out of him.
Right.
Those happen all the time.
Yes.
He would get 25 shots.
Followed her out of the country mart.
Well, there's a place in Malibu called the Country Market, which is like a giant shopping center.
Well, this just says out of the local country mart.
Yeah.
Followed her out of the local country mart.
But I know the Country Market is like a big place where there's the seven jean stores there and all these high-end stuff. 7:20
and 2 seconds, dude. Somebody writes 53 texts unreturned. You know that this von Furstenberg realizes that she must have been texting back all the way along. 7:21 and 5 seconds. Somebody writes, we asked the question, what's more stalkerish? Following someone in their car down a street that you have no business being on, or sending 53 texts in a span of 4 hours if they're unreturned? And this texter writes, following someone is way more stalkerish when they're driving.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
It's
a little
too
more
personal.
scary. I mean, if you get texts, you're annoyed, you're a little maybe concerned, but if someone's following you as you're driving along, you look in the rearview mirror and the same car is on your tail, that could be a little scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
but
it's still stalking.
just so the texter knows that wrote us saying that following in the car is way more stalkerish, we got a printout, and we're looking to see if we can find the texts as they were written by Reggie Miller.
Okay.
But so far, what we found, with our little research crack staff here, we found a list of the incoming text messages, at least the roster of texts that Reggie Miller sent to this girl on March 10th, 2009.
Okay.
And let me run down how many times, just so you get a real, true understanding of the sequence of texts that Reggie Miller sent. Now, maybe they were returned and maybe they weren't.
All right.
But on that major night where Reggie Miller decided to just text her ridiculously, here's how it went. It all started around 7:24 p.m.
Okay.
He texted her then. 7:24 p.m., March 10, 2009.
Oh, one little text. This is nice.
Well, it would be nice if that's where it ended.
Oh.
We'd love to see you. Text back.
Yeah, okay.
If that's where it ended, that'd be terrific.
I'm just going to ignore this one.
But all these following texts are also on March 10, 2009.
Oh.
It started at 7:24.
7:24.
Then there was one at 7:27.
Wow.
7:38 p.m.
Oh.
7:39 p.m. 7:44 p.m. Then there was a little space.
I'm hungry. I'm going to get a bite to you real quick.
8:16 p.m.
Oh, wow.
8:30 p.m. 8:31 p.m. 8:33 p.m. 8:34 p.m. 8:34 p.m. 8:35 p.m. 8:35 p.m. 8:40 p.m. 8:41 p.m. 8:52 p.m. 8:56 p.m.
Whoa.
8:57 p.m.
Stop it.
8:58 p.m. 8:59 p.m. 9:01 p.m. 9:06 p.m. 9:07 p.m. 9:13 p.m. 9:13 p.m. 9:13 p.m. 9:13 p.m.
Stop it.
9:14 p.m. 9:15 p.m.
No way.
9:39 p.m.
There's something I had to do today. Oh, yeah, I got to text that girl again.
9:43 p.m. 9:47 p.m. 9:48 p.m. 9:49 p.m. 9:50 p.m. 9:50. I think you're getting the point here. I'm not even done yet, Terry. It goes all the way to 11:06 p.m.
And driving is worse than that? That seems a little...
Okay.
So
Three
for
of
the
them in 1
texter-
minute, he wrote.
For the texter who wrote that following someone in the car is way more stalkerish, if these texts were unreturned. Now, I get the sense that Reggie Miller has better things to do than just keep texting someone that's not texting back.
Yeah, and
if there were returned...
It is the off-season, dude. I don't know what he's doing.
Well,
he's a single guy, lonely, walking around Malibu. What's he going to do?
If it was a back-and-forth text exchange, then this doesn't seem as bad. But the dude who flew the plane over Reggie Miller's little neighborhood beach claims that they were unreturned texts. And that's why he went to the efforts, the lengths to fly the plane to tell him to leave his woman alone. So,
hey, just writing again, see if you got the last one.
There might be something wrong with my phone. Right back if you get this one or the next 37 that I'm about to send.
Me again.
Rockin' that Cadillac. You're rocking that Cadillac. KUBE93.com. Bitch, you rocking that Cadillac.
KUBE93 is helping you upgrade to an Escalade.
There's nothing left to say. You're rocking that Cadillac.
The next chance to win is 810 with the T-Man. Powered by Taco Bell.
KUBE93. New messages.
Hi, Daddy. I'm going to the movies. Don't need any money. I have my Chase debit card. Okay, bye. Hey, Dad. At the mall now. Just letting you know.
Hello, this is an account alert from Chase. A debit card transaction of more than $20 was made from your account.
Hello?
Hey, honey, it's Dad. I just got an alert from Chase, so I went online to check your account and was wondering what you bought at Teen Hottie?
Oh, that. Don't worry, Dad. I saw like 3 girls in the food court wearing what I just bought. So I took it right back. I mean, Teen Hottie is so last week.
Chase will call, email, or text you with everything from daily balances to prompt security alerts for free, whether it's your account or your teenagers. You customize what you'd like to know and how and when to contact you. Chase Banking is now in Washington, and we're here to help. Staying in control matters. Chase what matters. Stop by a branch or visit chase.com/WA today.
No charge from Chase, however, standard text messaging and other rates from your wireless provider apply. Deposit products provided by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of Metro Mint water. No sweeteners, no preservatives, no calories. Available in 6 varieties, including peppermint and
I saw you driving into the building this morning.
Yep.
You have a fine SUV in your own right.
I like it.
Looking nice.
She can see over the wheel?
So this is probably, 3 yellow pages later. This is probably one of those contests where
Not yellow anymore.
you don't feel the passion to be involved like others because you're doing fine in that department. But in this time of cash for clunkers, it's never been more inspiring for those listeners out there to take their hoopty, throw it to the scrap heap, trade it in for a brand new 2010 spanking new and new car smelling clean Escalade.
Yeah.
You know?
Got the mirror package on it, rims, everything.
Yeah, a week later. Okay,
Oh,
you've made it your own. Okay,
Yeah,
very
you
nice.
have.
I'm gonna need a large fry.
But
Chocolate shake.
it starts out with that new car smell.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Hershey Hawkins, 14.7 points.
Oh, it is.
Oh, wow. Found it finally.
Less than Reggie Miller.
Okay. Let us find a qualifier for the morning. Andrew is on the line. Andrew, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing awesome.
I understand that you're on the Air Force Base right now. You're at McCord?
Yes, sir.
And you, according to Pasty, were the first one in on the line when we played the cue to call. Is that correct, Pasty? All right. Andrew, what can we do for you this morning?
Call 93, right?
Andrew. Here I am pulling for you. I'm trying to steer you into a direction where callers, in the previous days who had the same kind of stumbling blocks, I didn't give them that liberty, Terry. You know what I'm saying?
You're pulling, I'm pulling.
I'm pulling for Andrew.
We're all pulling together.
He's on the Air Force Base, Terry.
He is on the Air Force
Doing the
Base.
good deeds of the world, and he has to hit me with that, my caller 93.
Yeah.
You know that's a pet peeve of mine. You know that's a, what do they call that? A pet peeve.
A pet peeve.
Okay, yeah.
You had it. Yep.
Andrew,
Andrew.
what can I do for you, sir?
Want to win an Escalade.
You want to win an Escalade?
Yes, sir.
Well, I can't give you the happy news about you winning an Escalade right now if that's why you're calling. So you want to cut your ties? You want to move on with your day? You want to end all, cut your losses or what?
I don't know.
Yeah, they shook the personality out of Andrew on the Air Force Base, I imagine. Andrew, come on, speak to me. What do you got? What's going on in the head there? What's going on in Andrew's mind?
I don't know, man. Just listen to the radio. What do I need to do?
What do you need to do?
He's taking orders, so boss him around.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, listen, Private. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about what your day is going to be like. I'm interested in you, the person, Andrew. Speak with me. Yes, let's conversate. What's going on today? What are your duties?
I'm escorting right now, watching civilians work on base.
You're escorting some civilians around from A to B to make sure that they don't, get involved in touching buttons or pulling levers that they don't need to be doing, right?
Exactly.
I see. So you're an escort this morning.
Yes.
A male escort.
Oh.
How long have you been a part of the Air Force, Andrew?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half. You sound like on the young side. How old are you?
20.
20 years old.
Wow.
Already giving his life over to the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
You kidding me? You think I'm not going to make Andrew the winner no matter what he says right now? Andrew, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have any social life of that nature going on? Or are you very much just committed to the Air Force and your only love is to the military?
Yes, sir.
So you have no girlfriend?
Not right now.
You getting any of that Air Force side action? Hopefully not leading, the story we heard. Well, that wasn't on McCord, was it? It was at
it wasn't
the one that led a girl to her
Army.
ultimate death. What was that?
Yeah.
That was on
Fort Lewis.
That was on the Fort Lewis base.
That was Army.
You heard about that one?
I did the Fort Lewis incident.
Right. You have girls coming to base, but you're not having the night wind up in that fashion, I'm assuming, right?
Oh, no, I stay out of trouble. I'm a good kid.
Stay out of trouble, good kid, but still have some girls visit from time to time, or no?
No, sir.
No, none of that.
I haven't had a girl OD in my room in at least 2 years.
So is that a okay lifestyle for you, that you're 100% committed to the Air Force and really no trace of a social life, or am I not stating it correctly? You do have a social life.
I do, but I'm focusing, I got some schoolwork to do right now. I'm trying to focus on that right now.
Schoolwork, cracking the books, making sure he's got his protractor where it needs to be. And
Wow.
I see.
Where does it need
But
to be?
but you did say you do have a social life. Describe your social life, even though it's intertwined with the Air Force, but the social life that may not be right smack on top of your Air Force duties. What's your social life like?
Titties.
Hang out with my friends. I go paintballing. Just staying out of trouble, really.
Oh, a guy in the military likes to paintball?
No
What?
way.
Paintballing, yes. But I'm talking about as it pertains to the opposite sex. I'm assuming you're a heterosexual male, or is that too much?
Don't assume anything.
Yeah, I shouldn't assume anything. Are you into women? Don't ask, don't tell? Or?
Sounds like
Yeah, I'm with ladies, but right now I got to focus on school. And
Focusing
I
on
just have
school.
Friends, I guess.
Yes, I see.
But if you were to partake with somebody in a sexual way, it'd be a woman, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And but there's no one at all of any nature on your radar as far as women out there in the world right now.
Not right now.
Nobody that he even considers someone of interest.
No.
No.
I got it. Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Would it make sense for a guy who's 20 and on the McCord Air Force Base to be rolling around in a brand new Escalade? I mean, is this something that'll get you more in trouble than something you need right now, or what?
I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be okay? They'd be accepting of you? They wouldn't make you do harder time? Wouldn't make you run through the tires that much faster? They wouldn't make you clean the latrine that much more thoroughly if you were also boasting around in you were showing off your Escalade? Are you sure this is what you need? That's my question.
I think that'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. Terry, do you agree? Or?
Absolutely.
I'm just making sure I shouldn't be worried if he wins what could be the result of all this.
Yeah.
No,
if he has an Escalade, he'll definitely get the hot teacher instructor at the Top Gun Academy. She'll love him for sure.
Oh, look at Fancy Andrew with the one stripe there with the Escalade.
Yeah.
And I don't want any hard time results coming from him winning this thing if he were to go on to get it done here.
Be kind of cool.
He says it'd be kind of cool.
Boy, mowing the lawn really pays well, I guess, huh, Andrew?
Does.
Crap.
Do you have a vehicle besides an F-18 that's on your...
He doesn't have one of those.
I'm sure you have a couple of those in your driveway, right?
Right, for $500 million apiece? Probably not.
All right, well, Andrew, I want to be the first to tell you that you have won lunch at Taco Bell.
Awesome.
And perhaps at the end of all this, you'll be getting a call letting you know that you, in fact, can trade in whatever vehicle is your vehicle of choice right now for a brand new Cadillac Escalade. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Well done, sir.
Yay.
Now back to escorting. Where are those people you're supposed to be watching? Oh, my gosh, they got their finger on the button.
They all just walked into the lake. I wasn't looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Andrew, hang on the line, sir.
That's great.
I will do.
He's a nice man.
He is a nice young
Not
man.
much to say. But who's to say that that's something bad?
Well, he's just
You know?
Shy little
business.
20-year-old.
Now's
Yeah.
his place.
He does.
Mm-hmm. Probably serves him well that he's not too loquacious. He doesn't talk too much on the Air Force Base, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Got a smack in the face you talk too much.
That's
Yes,
right,
sir.
sir.
Mm-hmm. Andrew's our winner this morning.
Yay, Andrew.
He's getting
Congratulations.
lunch at Taco Bell. He's now in the hopper, qualified for the brand new Escalade. Next chance to qualify with Shelly Hart at 10:10. Terry, what else is going on this morning? A lot of texters and a lot of callers still engulfed and fascinated by this Reggie Miller story, but we'll hear what else is happening today, please.
Well, since we're talking about athletes and scandals, I've got an update for you on Ben Roethlisberger and the whole scandal that he's involved in.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me the Channing Tatum scandal, Terry.
Oh,
but he's not an athlete.
No.
Even though he can dance.
I hear he's a sexual athlete.
I bet he is. Well, there's a scandal surrounding him as well. If you want to call it a
at
scandal.
some point, you got to give me that one, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to give you that
But
one.
let me hear the Ben Roethlisberger deal. What's that?
Well,
yeah, I think I know something about this. Some
he's
girl's
been
accusing him of
accused.
rape.
Uh-huh.
I believe her.
A Nevada hotel employee is accusing her, is accusing him of raping her last summer.
A Nevada hotel clerk, what'd you call her? A Nevada hotel
employee.
I know who you raped last summer.
Yeah.
Is saying that Ben Roethlisberger raped her.
Uh-huh. In Lake Tahoe, at Harrah's Lake Tahoe last summer. Harrah's, whatever. Sorry.
Nevada and Harrah's. A lot of Oz.
At Harrah's in Nevada.
Harrah's. You're the only person that says it's Harrah's.
Ben Roethlisberger robbed her.
She makes it like we're dicks for
No,
telling her how to say it.
Oh,
you know?
whatever. Be a stickler.
Las Vegas.
That's Caesar's Palace.
right. I mean,
Oh,
God.
my gosh.
It's our fault now that we.
Terry, it's
No,
pronounced
Learn how to
Harris.
say
I know,
things.
I
There's
know.
not two ways to pronounce Harris. There's only
Right.
one way to pronounce
Gotcha.
Harris. All right?
All right.
Maybe there's two ways to pronounce Nevada. You could call it Nevada and get away with that. You can call it Oregon and get away with that. But it's really Oregon.
Harris, whatever.
All right?
Okay, you're right.
But
you're
there's
right.
only one way to pronounce
only
Harris.
one way.
Right, with
And
the
I
carnival-
apologize.
The cookie jar in the
completely-
carnival court. How could you do that to him?
Completely apologize for mispronouncing
Okay. You're,
Harris.
you're forgiven.
I'm really, really sorry. I don't mean to.
Oh, now she's being facetious.
You
Okay.
know, no,
It was,
not at all.
all right, it was at Harris in Nevada, where Ben Roethlisberger is being accused
in Lake
of
Tahoe. Did I pronounce Tahoe right?
It's Tahoe. But anyway,
Ruthless Biger.
Anyway, Angela is the woman.
Angela, yes.
Who is a co-worker of this woman.
Oh.
And she is claiming that the woman who is accusing Ben, or is, the whole sexual assault thing,
Yes.
it was actually bragging about it.
She was bragging about it.
The whole incident with Ben, and even hoping that maybe she was pregnant by Ben Roethlisberger.
Uh-huh.
So-
Well, you're getting it right.
So basically, Ben's attorney has gotten this affidavit from this woman to kind of,
So this fuels major speculation that this girl is making up the story,
Right.
getting a rise out of it. However, I believe her story because any dude who could step up to a podium after the Super Bowl and accept a championship trophy after he got outplayed by a team that maybe you've heard of, Terry, called the Seahawks. Well, Seahawks, but to you, I'm not so sure how you would go with it. Anyone who could do that with a straight face is capable of raping a woman. Are you kidding me?
Of course. Is it a travesty or no? I can't remember.
It's a travesty!
Okay,
And by the way, this
Annoy Terry looks at her
accuser,
face right
the
now. Terry is
accuser never
so
reported the
out.
Like, it's
alleged
our
crime
fault,
to
you
the
know?
police.
It's our fault.
She
We're
calls
like
it horrors, and then she gets mad at us.
I mean, like, haven't you been to Vegas a million times, or at least once? You never heard of Harris?
I'm just allowing you guys
It's
to
right next to the Golden
continue
Nugget.
on. I mean,
That does sound pretty good, actually.
The Golden Nugget, yeah.
Colin, I'm wrong. What else do you want me to do?
But why do you make it like it's our fault?
I'm just sitting here.
You were angry though. You saw it. You threw the story. I'm out.
What else do you want me to do?
Sorry.
What else would you like me to do? I'm just waiting for you guys to finish your whole diatribe of making me look
Oh.
like a fool.
No,
and because you
do
guys
that all night.
pronunciate
Yeah.
everything so perfectly all the time.
We told you, it's right between the Golden Nugget and the Aladdin. But anyway.
You guys are such just winners.
Wow. See, it's our fault. This is the funny part.
All right. Well,
it doesn't
we
even
we
matter
should be
anymore.
Getting
you guys,
over it by now.
Okay, you would think.
But you're actually prolonging it with the angered
just-
face.
You got
that
a
you
puss
have.
on. You got your sourpuss.
You got the sourpuss face, and you got the angry-looking posture there, and we can't move on with it until you do. So, anyway, Ben Roethlisberger raped a woman. Next story.
Sounds good.
What else?
Anything else?
What happened to Channing Tatum?
See, I thought we were over it. You told me we're over it.
Apparently, when he was around 18, 19 years old,
Right.
he was a male stripper for a company called Male Encounter.
It's amazing that he was able to keep that under wraps until Us Weekly did some research and found out about that and has pictures of
Yes.
him doing the male stripper thing in their little publication that is on newsstands now or coming out in a couple of days or what?
It probably is coming out in a couple days. It just says they have some pictures of Channing when he worked for the Male Encounter company back in 1999.
Because Channing Tatum, yeah, he's in the biggest movie of his life right now in G.I. Joe, but he is not some guy who just hit the scene in the past year. He's been doing movies now. Step Up, the first one was 4 years ago.
Really?
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
and
Or 3.
he was also in Ricky Martin's song video, She Bangs, the video for that.
That wasn't a video, Terry. That was footage of Ricky Martin at the establishment that Channing Tatum used to work at as a 19-year-old.
You're probably right.
Mm-hmm. So they got him hanging upside down on a pole with clear heels on?
Pretty much, yes.
I'm sure.
Is that the pictures they have in Us Weekly or what?
Hold on, I'll get them for you.
If you're interested, and I'll make sure to buy one for my wife, you have pictures of Channing Tatum as a male escort, doing his male escort thing at some establishment that is going to be in Us Weekly, either right now or this coming Friday or whenever it hits the stands.
Yep.
I don't think he was a prostitute.
He wasn't a prostitute, but
Not an escort. He was.
no one knew that he was, making ends meet by being a male stripper.
Right.
Usually, the male stripper doesn't go on to be the lead in Fighting.
Right.
Which was probably his best movie of all time.
I love his whole body of work. I can't pick one person.
Mm-hmm. So,
I would love to be in his shoes right about now. Both of you.
I'm just saying it's pretty interesting that
His looks, his body.
he's been on the radar of Hollywood stars for the past number of years, and this is first coming out right now. They waited till he was in G.I. Joe, this big now blockbuster mainstream marquee kind of movie, or they just found out about it. I'm assuming it's the latter. They just decided to do some major research on his life and found out he was a male prostitute, perhaps, if you paid him the right amount of cash, would go home with you as an escort. Male prostitute.
It's more of a male review type thing, kind of like Chippendales or the Australian
Thunder from Down Under?
Yeah, Thunder from Down Under thing.
All
More
right, so
like
let's see what we
that.
have
I mean,
here.
utilizing his not only his hot body, good looks, and dancing ability all in one.
Let's see what
which
we-
neither one of
here we
you
go, here we go.
have.
Shots.
Let's
By
see
the
what
way.
we've learned. Oh, wow.
Can't take it. Are you a little sensitive?
We're really bothered, yes. We're really bothered.
You make a mistake and then get mad at us.
Let's see what we learned in this segment. We have Ben Roethlisberger, a rapist, and we have Channing Tatum, a prostitute.
I didn't say it. You did.
Mm-hmm. I am saying. I know who's saying it.
Okay.
And that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
And I can't wait to make my next reservation at Hara's.
I can't either at Hara's. It'll be great.
In Reno, Nevada.
I'd rather do it in Las Vegas.
Okay.
You almost said it right.
I think it'd be better.
Tension's very thick right now
That's
around
kind of
here.
weird.
So why don't we turn the rest of the show over to phone calls, because we've lost Terry for the morning now. I know how this goes.
Sounds like it. Done.
You tease Terry, she gets that sourpuss face on, she pretty much mails it in the rest of the morning, and I can't. Oh boy, does he look good?
Is that it?
Pasty, why? Yeah.
Is that the?
Here it is, dude. It's in my wallet. Let me get it out. Hang on.
Cool.
Look at the bulge in those spandex pants of
I
his.
must have
bet
a big
it's
one.
good.
Here, and $50 a night plus tips.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm sure he got tipped.
In the year-long stint that he performed as a male stripper,
All right.
working under the stage name of
Oh, he has a stage name too.
Steel or something or other. London Steel. Oh, no, wait. That's the... Oh, never mind. That's not the
Is
name
that
he
not
went
him?
by.
That's Pacey's porn name.
Okay. So I
Hey,
hope...
I'd go.
I wonder if Jenna Dewan knew about this. The woman he is now...
Sure.
I'm not so sure. Maybe she's picking up in Us Weekly right
Well,
now
would it
going,
be
what
that-
the hell?
Would it be that big of a deal? It was what, 10 years ago?
Would it be a big deal? Let's see. I could see her saying things like, oh, so many women have touched you all over, and I didn't know about it because you didn't have the courtesy to tell me when you were about to take the greatest of sacred vows that we took just a few months ago. Is that what I am to understand, Channing? When you marry a man like Channing, all bets are off, though. When you marry a man named Channing, that's what I'm trying to say. When you marry a man named Channing, all bets are off.
Some say I married Carol Channing.
Channing. Wait, you're saying she wouldn't be affected at all if she found out that he was a male escort or
Not
stripper,
an escort, but if
and
I
he
mean,
didn't have the decency to bring it up to her? He'd never. Let's say she didn't know about it. Let's say they're married now, him and Jenna Dewan,
Yes.
and he failed to mention, oh, I just,
By the way, Us Weekly got.
I don't think it's that bad. It's more of a
I
dancing
don't think so.
show,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
Or
male
no?
review thing.
You're kidding. Women grab
Yeah.
But
some-
women,
true,
I
but-
think the women are less likely to do, the prostitution thing with a male review guy than the men are with a female stripper.
Fine,
I
but you know
think-
how many digits he had jammed up his butt?
Oh, is that, how much you get for a tip for that? I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make an earning somehow.
Have you seen women in this kind of setting? Have you seen
I've
when
heard.
they-
I've never gone
It's
to
actually
one.
$10 a knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how deep you want to go with your finger.
So I ask you, do you think Jenna Dewan, if he conveniently omitted the year-long stint that he had as a male stripper, do you think she'd be bothered? Or she'd be like, oh, I could certainly see why you didn't mention that, and I have no problem with you not mentioning it. It's none of my business.
I think that she would probably be a little bit more not that big of a deal. I mean, it's in the past.
Okay, fine. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but the fact that he got married to her and didn't bring it up,
How do we
might
know he
be
didn't?
an
he didn't bring it
invasion
up.
of trust.
How do we know he
putting
didn't?
that down as the
that's
hypothetical.
part of the hypothetical. Okay. So yeah, she would probably be irritated.
Forget, I'm not going to ask you to play along, Charlie, because you're mailing it in now.
Yes.
We insulted you.
Completely out.
You're completely out now. Tyler, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
206-421-90. Karen Wow would have rolled with the punches. 206-421-9393 is the number to call. And Tyler is first up. Yes, Tyler.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious to why it's such a big deal that Channing Tatum is a male stripper. Is it just because he's a celebrity?
Just a, human interest little angle, that's all. No one knew about it. They're finding out about it for the first time this week. It's kind of got some level of interest, even in someone like me. I didn't know about it, and I'm not going to be obsessing over it all day. It's something I'll take in for a couple of seconds here and then forget all about it. But you have no interest in this story whatsoever on any level.
No, not a single interest. It's just like another dude going out there trying to earn money.
Maybe it's more of an interest to me as opposed to especially every other guy out there, because my wife has this unbelievable level of obsession for Channing Tatum. Oh, she just saw the. I don't want to hear your comments, by the way. She just saw the GQ spread that he did. In the same week that he's in GQ, it's being exposed that he was, at 19, 20 years old, a male stripper. And, just kind of interesting, that's all. I would have been one if I could. I'm not, saying the guy is a lowlife or anything. I'm not saying it's some amazing scandal here. It's just what it is.
You would like it to be, though, wouldn't you?
I don't know what it is. It's kind of desperate. Kind of loserish.
Yeah, but when you're trying to
money
when you're trying to break in the biz, you do whatever it takes, right?
Steve, you're on the air. That's not breaking in the biz. That's not a stepping stone to the business.
So
that's like a throwing in the towel. That's the kind of move that is. It's like, oh, I'll never make it. I might as well be a stripper. And then he wound up making it. It's not breaking in the business by any means. Steve, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell Terry she needs to chill out.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Get a little too upset.
Okay. Thanks.
Stirring up the storm.
All right, I'll calm down.
That's the next moment. Okay. 206-421-9393. Back after these words.
That little Chico Pit, Mr. 305, and my favorite song on KUBE 93 right now has to be
Hotel Room Service.
Flowrider and Neo, Be On You.
I wanna be on you. I wanna be on you.
Only on KUBE 93, dale loca que te gusta.
All right, people, now listen up. Pawn Exchange is having a huge store-wide sale. They're overstocked. They want it gone. Amazing deals. They're selling their guitars for $49.99.
Arrested a 42-year-old man who worked in the shop next to the apartment.
Man, greasy, little, horned-up 42-year-old. You can't go 6 months without a story of a local variety. You can't go 6 months without a local area story involving a peeping Tom or an upskirt video guy or one of those deals,
Upskirt is the best. You got to really go out of your way to make a contraption to get up someone's skirt. Now, if I just glue the camera on the end of the stick and walk around with it, that's perfect.
I got to admit that there was a story about a year ago, and Hotshot and I discussed the story on the air without telling y'all because it was still a very fresh story at the time. That the guy who was being accused of being an upskirt videoist, and that's a word, a videoist, was a guy that used to be in our little fantasy leagues and
hoops with him.
Poker games.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't know what happened with that guy. Did he get arrested?
I don't know.
Did he get
definitely find out.
Found guilty or what?
Oh, no, I'm sure he was found guilty. He was tackled by people in the store. I mean,
yeah, that was the story where he took off running and then local Good Samaritans tackled him outside in the parking lot.
Unbelievable.
He was trying to make a getaway.
Wow.
And
you guys
we're just honored. We didn't want to gloat or anything. We're just honored to know that one of our community of friends was involved. Little did we know, he told no one about it. Little did we know that he was an upskirt videoist.
He was carrying around like a long tube like you would mail something in.
Right.
On the end of it had like a little camera.
And that's how he would do it?
Yeah, and then
Or was he just happy to see us?
Look up under the skirts of girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I wonder, and I never have gotten a chance to talk to him since then, for the obvious reasons.
Sure, you have mass questions.
It seems the authorities are more interested in talking to him than we get a chance to these days. He hasn't played in our poker games really since, or has not been in any of our fantasy leagues since then, has he?
I haven't seen him.
I wonder if he was doing it for his own kicks and giggles, I have to say, to clean it up. He was doing it for his own fetish reasons, his own needs, his own urges, his own twisted, demented little needs, or was he doing it for some kind of job that he was working on that he got?
What kind of job? I'd love to get hiring.
By the way,
those videos that surface on internet sites don't grow on trees. Someone's getting paid to take those videos.
Yeah. You can't find upskirt videos on like the free websites like UJizz and stuff?
You can, but they still make money. That's their source of business. Those websites are looking for people to go out there and take those videos for them. So was he being paid, I wonder? That would be one of the first questions I ask him. I have a couple others to go before that.
He's in the studio. He'll do it.
One day we will have him in the studio. But the days are running short. So my question is, was he doing it for a job? Was he getting paid to do that? And it really wasn't some urge or sick, twisted need of his? Or was he just looking to take those videos home and go, I got a good one today.
That one.
No one really knows what goes on in my mind when I'm not.
I see under her skirt and she doesn't know. I was looking at her little panties.
And I'll never share what her vagina looks like with anyone.
He must have a library.
Wow.
My God.
I got to think that he was doing it working with some website that he was getting paid.
He loves it.
Really?
It's a fetish. I'm going fetish and not looking back. Fetish for 500
I wouldn't put it past him based on the personality that he has.
Right.
I wouldn't put it past any of the guys that we hang out with. Really. No one doing anything would shock me in the circles we run in.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me either.
But wherever he is right now, if he's still incarcerated or whatever the case may be, I hope he's doing good time and easy time.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a pretty peculiar fetish. Like, you don't even want to see them naked,
I don't know
really.
what you
just
get
want to
out of
see them
that.
in their underwear against their will. That's pretty weird,
That would
man.
never be anywhere close to enough for me. As a matter of fact, it would be more frustrating than anything. Seeing upskirt videos.
It's torture for normal people.
Is torturous.
Yeah, right, I agree. But that's what they like. That's weird.
Yeah,
it's one thing if you say to a guy, okay, you look through that hole, you'll see 10 naked girls. Okay, everyone's looking. But just to tell someone all you're going to see is underwear, that's kind of weird.
Well, on the occasion you get the jackpot where she pulls off the panties.
Is that the jackpot?
But even the jackpot is torturous. I need to do more than just look at a video of some girl's, the silhouette of her vagina. You know?
I'm not going to say it does nothing for me, but I don't really get it.
What it does for you, it just leaves you then high and dry. Anyway, you sound pretty confident that you feel strongly that he was doing it for his own personal little demented needs.
Yeah, based on the hokey little apparatus he was using, it looks kind of homemade. I mean, I think if a company would be able to help you out with something a little better, maybe.
They supply you with some top-notch, high-quality equipment.
Right.
But
And most
it's
of those videos
illegal.
are probably fake anyway, so.
It's an illegal act anyway, so.
And the fact that his was a little lipstick camera on a fishing rod was...
Right, exactly. And, he was holding something in his hand, too.
He was all.
Interesting.
Wow, that is so weird that you guys knew him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know, played hoops with him, poker, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
It's weird that he used to watch me change after a basketball. Now that I think about it.
He once won.
I'm kidding.
He once won well over $1,000 in the NCAA pool, didn't he?
Is that right?
That we were in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was in the auction. That's right.
Yeah, he should have to give back that money, shouldn't he?
No,
Well,
he needs it more than ever now. Right now, some lawyers got it.
Yo, what's good? This your boy Florida, and right now I'm finna give you one of my favorite jams at the time. Feeling you, girl, wanna get close to you, no doubt. It's B.O.U. Featuring my boy Neo, right here on Cube 93 FM.
Let's fly the same bark while the villa be painted, just so we can get really acquainted. The love is real. There's no way it can feel like it's tainted, but I can't really explain it. Yeah.
family of infomercial pitchman Billy Mays is speaking out about the bombshell report that cocaine use was a contributing factor that led to Mays' fatal heart attack at age 50. Mays' wife Deborah says she was shocked by the medical examiner's report and released a statement saying she and the family were, quote, totally unaware of any non-prescription drug usage and are actively considering an independent evaluation of the autopsy results.
Right.
And in his first on-camera interview, AJ Kabani, CEO of Telebrands, says the famous pitchman never exhibited any signs of drug use.
What, are you kidding me? All you have to do is watch one of his infomercials, one of his commercials. Billy Mays here!
Oh, settle down, Billy.
That we never exhibited any signs of cocaine use of any sort.
My God.
The energy level on this 50-year-old man was like the highest in the history of 50-year-old men.
What, the buff guy with the ponytail doing the gliding thing? You think he's high? Holy crap.
Hey, we were completely caught off guard because he never exhibited any signs of drug use whatsoever. Did you watch any of his commercials? No. Billy Mays, here again!
Oh, Billy, settle down. I already heard you.
But his wife is claiming she had absolutely no knowledge. We kind of discussed this yesterday, and the question now becomes, how possible is it that a guy could be a cocaine user, like apparently Billy Mays was, amongst other drugs he may have dabbled in, and have your wife have no knowledge of it whatsoever? Let me ask you this question. I'll rephrase it for a second here. What percent of drug-using husbands keep it away from their wives? How many wives out there have no knowledge that they have drug-using husbands is the question.
No knowledge whatsoever instead of just turning the blind,
Yeah, not turning a blind eye.
Just have no clue.
Hold on a second. When you say drug-using, you got to clarify that.
Well, I'll go with cocaine. We'll go, what percentage of cocaine-using husbands have a wife that clearly is completely in the dark, would be shocked to find out that her husband is a cokehead?
I would say that's really low. This is what happens, I think, in most marriages, is that the wife knows he partakes a little bit, but doesn't know
the other way.
No, doesn't know the extent of it.
Aha.
Doesn't know that he does as much as he
just
does.
does it once in a while recreationally.
Yeah, right.
It's sort of got it completely in check. Well, maybe Billy Mays did that. Maybe he had it completely under control. Maybe he was just a random recreational user, had no addiction kind of symptoms, and yet it still wound up killing him. Actually, you're more likely probably to die if you use it every once in a while than if you use it regularly. I mean, you'll develop a huge problem and it'll have other major...
It'll eventually get your heart. Coke will eventually get your heart.
Well,
no question.
Len Bias, who was one of the most famous people to die as a result of cocaine, used it for the first time.
Right.
All right.
So it struck his heart in a way that...
But I'm saying you don't want to build immunity to it. You know, if you do it every day, you don't get immune.
But back to the original question.
Because
it is very possible.
Whatsoever.
Throw me a rough percentage. Throw me a ballpark figure. What percent of the husbands that are using coke on somewhat of a regular to regular basis?
How often? How often are you using
what
it?
percent of their wives are completely in the dark? Because these guys know if their wives found out, they would be all chirping in their ear and bugging the hell out of them. So they have to keep it from them.
If they're a regular cocaine user, there's too many signs eventually, like the bloody noses and
up for 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little. That's
up for 3 days is
cocaine. You can go on a cocaine run easily.
Go stay for a week.
Well, Billy Mays' wife sounds genuinely shocked and blindsided by the information that she was married to a cocaine-using husband.
I'll say less than 10%.
And that's the other thing. It does cost money for coke. It's unless she has no idea what's going on in their bank account.
My wife doesn't.
Well, he was making money hand over fist. Billy Mays was a multi-millionaire based on he was an enterprise all by himself.
Right, but
he was probably worth over $100 million.
He just dumped money into her account and she'd have a nice life.
Gave her the hefty $100,000 a week allowance, and she didn't know what he was spending on.
I mean, in your world, it's like touchy-selfie. I mean, your wife knows you do it, but doesn't really know the level of patheticism that goes along with it, right?
If I died as a result of touchy-selfie and they came to my wife and said, well, he had a bad bout of masturbation and that caused his immediate death, she wouldn't be like, what? He was a masturbator?
Right.
I don't believe it.
That's not
Get
what
me
I'm
an
saying.
independent autopsy. She wouldn't be shocked.
That wasn't my point. My point is she knows you do it, but doesn't know the level, and that's where I think most people are at with their husbands and wives.
Okay, but
they know it goes on.
How many wives are like Billy Mays' wife who
no idea?
No idea whatsoever.
Less than 10%. You can't hide coke.
Yeah, see, I agree with Hotshot. It's
Unless you're like my wife, who's just completely naive to everything in this world.
Oh, dear.
I mean, you can hide it from my wife, but most women, I think, are pretty in tune to what's going on when a guy's wiping his nose all day.
Right, and he's,
Terry, yes. Give me a couple final quick stories because I got the ham sandwich man waiting. I told him if he called back today, he'd get a bunch of moments to talk about what's going on in his world. What is...
If you get a bloody nose out of the blue, I mean...
I know, yeah.
What is your... I mean, every time you sneeze. What is your final story of the day? Go ahead.
Up, can't even breathe the whole time. Jeez,
Final
really?
story of the day. Go.
I have a question for you. Is the internet causing more rapes? It's kind of a question of the day. The answer is yes.
Shocking.
I know, huh?
Oh, I had no.
Researchers say that the surge in rapes is due to, all the internet ads
how does Al Gore
and
sleep at
online
night?
classifieds. And
When Al Gore invented the internet, he didn't realize he was playing right into the rapist's hands because they have more access to the rape victims of the world than ever before. And it's amazing, still to this day, how many random women will meet a random guy at a random convenient mart because they randomly met on the internet 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Setting themselves up for all kinds of weird type situations. And you asked the question, really? Like, it wasn't rhetorical? You were waiting on an answer of, is the internet adding to the amount of rapes out there? Of course. They did a study on that. They needed to put some level of funding towards a study as to whether the internet is causing more rapes.
Oh, sure.
Save your money. Absolutely. It's a pedophile and rapist playground, the internet.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Money well spent.
I know.
Hammy.
45.
Hammy. Oh, geez.
Born to fight.
Whoa.
What's next? Forget this part.
What's going on, Hammy?
Oh, man, I'm having a very bitter morning, just as well as I had a very bitter night. Everybody been complaining about my almighty son. Now here's the sun is out the picture. I'm in a state where the women outnumber the men 8-1, and I had a very bitter, cold night last night. Everybody I called last night dissed me, played me, didn't answer their phone, caught the answer machine, and I'm just very bitter right now. So if they want to be bitter, I'm going to be bitter this morning.
Take a page out of Reggie Miller's book and send 57 pages in a span of 3 hours. Maybe you didn't hear that. Anyway, so you're in a bad mood. You're a little grouchy this morning.
I'm a little, my Cadillac is down. I had to get my Cadillac towed yesterday. It's all bad right now.
It's all caving in on you. It's amazing. Literally, look outside. When it rains, it pours. The ham sandwich man, between trying to keep his ass out of jail, like he told us last week he's trying to do, to, just maintaining a happy social life, it's all not working out. This is a bad week.
A bad week. As far as the sex category, man, it has not been no sex for me this month, nothing.
Well, at times like this, does it make you want to go and focus on your daughter that you have somewhere down the block, or what does it make you feel like from a father point of view?
Well,
because we haven't heard much about that lately. What is the deal with Ham Sandwich, the father?
That is laughable.
Well, I've been trying to keep it out the picture because it's still all good, you know what I'm saying? As long as I got a kid, that's a baby to a daughter.
Well, when was the last time you saw your daughter? Maybe this is a little bit of karma. You're not seeing your daughter, so all the other entities of your life are starting to unravel.
Well, I've been seeing her pretty recently, more than normal. She done hit that walking stage. She got a birthday coming up this month. So on that note, the daughter thing is pretty good. But these women out here, too, man.
Oh, geez, let's get back to the women.
I know. Mainly what I'm concerned of this month, June, I bust down 7. July, I bust down 6. This month is nothing, and my time is short. I have until Tuesday to find me a woman. You know, I'm in need. You know,
not today.
my time is short, but I'm long though.
Today is Tuesday, right? This Tuesday you're talking about, or next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
Now, you got 7 days to find yourself a woman that will take you into her home so you can do the house arrest thing.
Well, the house arrest thing is over. I'm not even looking forward to go through that drama, but I am looking forward to finding me a new woman between now and Tuesday.
Wow,
But you're in a bit of a dry spell. Everyone goes through them, even the best of the romantic guys like yourself, and you're all about romance, let's be honest.
He's the best around.
So why is it that big a deal? You had 7 in July. You've had none so far in August. So you're going through a drying out period. It cleanses the palate.
But for me, the dry out period is not going to be. It's going to be until Tuesday and 4 months. So therefore, it's really on my schedule. I'm in the minus now, and I'm trying to plus my game up right now. Between now and Tuesday to Tuesday, I'm trying to commit straight damage.
Wow, straight damage.
Straight damage.
And why is Tuesday significant again? What happens next Tuesday? Are you going in on Tuesday?
Yeah. I'm deciding. I'm not a runner, so I'm not about to run. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna turn myself in.
You're gonna turn yourself in next Tuesday, and then you got to put in 3 months' time.
4 months.
4 months' time. So you want to get your fill to last you a 4-month period of all the women you can shake down between now and 7 days from now.
Right. It's a race.
It's a bad time for a dry spell.
Right. Very bad.
Well, just pretend it was a 5-month sentence and you're already in as far as the sex is concerned. Can you do that? Can you talk yourself into that or no? In case this dry spell lasts?
Well, it's for me. It's pretty low down and dirty that I'm not getting what I want, and what I want is the less. I'm not even looking for a best.
All right, well, here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the ham sandwich man is laying the cards on the table. He's going inside a week from today. He wants some carefree, no strings attached, frivolous, knock-down, drag-out sexual activities with the opposite sex.
Okay, just checking.
Is there any volunteers based on what you're hearing? The man has to put in some time to pay his debt, and he is very bluntly looking for something to tide him over until Christmas time.
And right now, I have no signs or nothing in the computer.
He has no standards.
I have not posted any ads. I'm not on the computer, but yes, and I mean yes with the capital Y-E-S.
Oh, geez.
I am a call boy right now.
But he's not asking for any cash.
No cash.
He is a free of charge call boy. Unlike what Terry just pointed out in the last story she read, he is not really technologically sound as far as being up to speed with what's gone on in the world over the past 15 years. He is not an internet guy. So this is his equivalent of a Craigslist ad. Going to jail, need sex. Pronto. 206-421-9393. No, I'm not his pimp here. I'm not trying to pretend like I am. But I'm just curious. I'm just curious based on the fact that he's laid it on the table. He's put his schlong directly square on the table, Terry.
Yes, he has.
I'm not going to help set this thing up, but I'm kind of interested in, from a curiosity standpoint, based on what some women have just heard, if they're going to respond in kind and give him that tied-over sex that he needs.
I'm just saying, I'm a call boy, and I'm out here 51, 16, 22, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. I'm out here like that.
Right.
So therefore, being I'm out here like that, I know there's a lot of women out here that's lonely,
All right, we got
and
that
they're
part.
looking for a call boy.
206-421-9393. Let's see what the phone lines have in store for you. Ellison, you're on the air with a very desperate ham sandwich man and a bunch of crickets.
Yeah, no, I've already met him, and I definitely would never do anything with him in real life, no.
Are you the same caller that called last week that went off on him, or no?
No, I'm not going to go off on him because
That was
I
Lisa.
just don't understand. No, I'm not going to go off on him. I just don't understand why he thinks he has it like that, because he really doesn't.
He's really not saying anything, but what has he done this morning? He said he's going to jail. He said he needs some sex to tide him over. He's not claiming like he's the world's greatest romantic lover or the greatest. He hasn't said anything.
He just wants pity sex.
Why does he always have to go talking about how he has women or he needs women?
Well, he has no shame. That's obvious.
All right, that's not against the law.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having no shame. He wants pity sex. He wants a handout.
He does.
He's panhandling for sex.
Use his hand.
Miss Lady, I'm not slick, I'm not grimy, and I'm not sneaky like yourself. Don't know how old you are, but you have them had just about as much as sex I have had. So don't come on here trying to assassinate me.
I met you at the hair salon last year.
It ain't about that you met me.
It was the nail salon, actually.
I'm talking about you assassinating me. Like I said,
I'm not assassinating you.
You are.
His character.
You're not from Mars. You are from Earth. So snap back to Earth. I said the women out here in Washington, it's 8-1 on a man. I had a very bitter night. So why would you want to come over here and blow my back? Can I blow your back out this morning?
Oh, hell no.
Okay, well, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Don't assassinate. You don't even sound happy. As far as
I am happy. I'm very happy. Thank you.
You're not trying to disappoint me for no reason. I'm not looking for a disappointment. I'm looking for a happy
He's
statement.
pouring his soul out on the table for you. He's telling you he's going to
Get with the
jail.
woman he got pregnant and has his baby. Why didn't he go?
She doesn't want to know from him. When you met him at the nail salon, what went down?
So I come out the nail salon. He was wearing no shirt, and it wasn't that hot that I needed to see his tiny body, but he was wearing no shirt. He had deodorant clumps under his arm, so it wasn't really attractive. And he was trying to talk to me. I didn't say anything to him, and then he comes up to me saying, how come I couldn't, like, smile or answer him back? And I just said that I don't have to speak to anyone I don't want to speak to. And then his friend tried to talk to me. And I think, like, later that day we met up, and for some reason his friend brought him along. Like, he didn't have his own car. He was trying to score dro the whole time. And then his friend said, like, he sells it on the side, but he couldn't get it from himself. It was just ridiculous.
And yet you're still obsessing about it a year later. Hammy, does this sound familiar?
I don't know why you like him so much.
Man,
T-Man.
T-Man, I
By the
don't
way,
know.
T-Man, I love you. And I love you, Terry, and I love you too, Hot Dog Scott.
Oh, it's nice.
Wait till
I don't
find
wear any
you.
deodorant. Can I meet you?
Wait till I find you at the nail salon. I'll give you a French manicure. So, Hammy, does this sound familiar to you or what?
I don't know who that raccoon is, T-Man.
Sounds good to
Raccoon. Oh, he was trying to get with me, and we drove all the way to Federal Way to pick up some young girl, because he's like 34 by now, and this girl was like 22. And he's
How old are you? How old are you, and what do you look like?
I look like someone you try to talk to, so you don't worry about what I look like now.
You're just a smart ass. You're just too smart at the mouth for no reason. That's probably why me and you cannot get along anyway, because look at my type. Listen here. Listen to my type. I'm more of a morning person, a happy person. You more like fire and hell for no reason.
Why are you so bitter? Why are you so bitter?
What you mean?
Well, he's going to jail.
Yeah, you think?
I'm
that's
bitter.
his own fault. I didn't cause him to go to jail. That's your
Right. But let's not that be the story. I'm looking for a woman that's looking for me. I was bitter last night. Out all the women in Washington, I slept alone. No, it ain't your fault, but it is your fault, because right now, if I try to get at you, listen to you, and look how you coming at me. Bitter. So once again, it is your fault. Don't contradict yourself, but you are bitter.
I'm not bitter. Why would I be bitter?
Well, okay. We'll prove it wrong.
Hey, you know what else she's doing, Hammy?
I could have got with you.
Let's start all over and prove me wrong. What's up with
She's also wasting the time of other females that might be calling right now to try to take your advertisement that you threw out there and run with it.
Yeah, T-Man, she got to go.
Okay, bye.
But I
But
kinda
I hope
like
you get no one.
Oh, wow. She's rooting.
She loves
She's rooting
you.
for you to get no takers, Hammy.
That's what I'm saying. I had a very bitter night, and now definitely I'm having a
She's
very
piling on.
bitter morning with no sun.
All right, you're on the air. Hello. Just taking the calls as they come in. Oh, this is the guy. Yes.
Whoa.
Hey, Hammy, man, I known you for a while, bro, but it seems like you during the winter like to hibernate, man. 5 out of the last, 6 years you've been in jail, bro.
It seems like there's a pattern developing. Like when the weather turns a little colder, Hammy likes to go to jail.
It's nice and warm in there.
And he comes out for the spring thaw.
Clean blanket and pillow.
That's what it seems like, man.
Hammy, is there any truth to that? Maybe you're actually laughing behind the scenes at the system here. Is that what you're doing?
Well, T-Man, right now I have no thought on that situation, but it is what it ain't. I'm out here 51-16-22-13. That's all what matters right now. And if that gentleman want to come on here and try to assassinate my character,
Oh, geez. A lot of assassinations going on this morning. Let me go to D. D, you're on the air. Hello, D.
He just wants a women.
What's going on?
Yes, D.
Hey, I just wanted to give you I just want to go on and give you your props. Don't try to go off on me. I'm just telling you, hey, do your thing, pimpin'.
Well, he says on behalf of him, you can keep your props. Do you give it up to VJ or not?
Yeah.
Hell no, I'm
I'm getting married in 19 days. So
Well, he could be your last.
Because there are a lot of desperate women around here. Pick on him.
Do you want Hammy to be your last fling before you say I do, or what?
You called in for a reason.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. Okay,
Don't
well
need
then
it.
you can
But
take your props and shove them up your ass.
Wow.
Anyway, Hammy has very little time because there's not much time left in this segment, and the clock is ticking on Tuesday.
It is.
The man is going to be a stand-up guy and turn himself in a week from today.
He's no runner.
And then it's 4 months of no women.
Right.
Nothing.
Alicia, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, Alicia.
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
He'll take that, too.
You can't say that on the air, Alicia. Do you have something to say or not?
Oh, yeah. I want to tell Hammy that if he really wants to get laid, he's got to be super sweet to the ladies, no matter what they say to him.
So it's turning you off as a listener, taking in the last call that Hammy was going off on that other caller. You were ready to hand over the vagina, but now you're having second thoughts.
Yes.
I see. Hammy, that's something to take as constructive criticism here. You got to keep your composure, not for the benefit of the caller that's going off on you, but for all the other fish that are swimming around in the area that you're scaring away.
But in the meantime, in the between time, man, I can't go straight pussy on him.
Oh, jeez. I understand that you got to defend yourself, but she makes a good point.
But I'm making a good point, too. Last
of
I
course.
checked, I'm a Dixman. You heard me?
You're a Dixman, yes. But that caller, I can't remember what her name was that I just had on a second ago, said she was ready to toss it over, but now she's a little scared of you.
Well, don't let things intimidate her and get the hell off of Mars and come back to Earth. You heard me?
Yeah, you said it like twice now. Nisi, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hi, Nisi.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, you guys, I love you guys. But I just wanted to tell him I've seen him before. The ham sandwich dude. I mean, the grilled cheese sandwich dude. I've seen him before. He's a bum. Ain't nobody
the grilled cheese sandwich, man. Not even any ham on it.
ham.
He couldn't pay me for. I wouldn't have sex with him with a dead woman's crotch. Put it like that.
Oh my God.
He couldn't pay you to have sex with him? What if we offered you $500?
I wouldn't have sex with him, T-Man, with a dead woman's cock. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
jeez. Listen, you can't say these things on the air.
Outfit on?
I
can't even call him ham sandwich. When I seen him, I was like, damn, grilled cheese sandwich. That's it.
He doesn't even deserve the ham sandwich to
He don't even
status.
ham, man. Slide that ham from
Hammy, keep your composure.
Be nice.
Oh, jeez.
See all this little bum stuff? I really be thinking they be talking about their mama and their daddy.
No, because my mom gets paid $14 an hour. I've seen you.
But I'm just saying, but in general,
I've seen you downtown Seattle.
But you haven't seen me because you talk.
But I have. You had a jean suit on in the middle of the summertime.
But you have not seen
You had a blue jean suit on in the middle of the summertime.
And like I said, you had me listening.
You had a blue jean suit in the middle of summertime.
But your whole bum point is this.
You was panhandling downtown. You don't remember?
Okay, but tell me this.
You don't remember? Damn, you done forgot me. I'm the one that gave you the dollar. I'm the one that gave you the dollar.
What makes your bum stage different from my bum stage?
Because I'm not going to jail for 4 months.
But
I got bail money.
That's not a bum.
Because I'm not going to jail for 4 months.
You're not listening.
You're at a payphone. You're at a payphone calling Cube 93 trying to get some clock.
I understand that, but what makes your
You're at a payphone
Never mind, was a bullfrog.
I guarantee you I can pull up right now on the Roar at the payphone that you're at right now.
On Maury Povich.
Right now you're on the payphone though.
You're just a really messy talker, and you can't even answer one simple question. Let's get back to Earth. Step on me on Earth.
Let's get back to freedom. Let's get back to freedom.
He's obsessed with Earth right now.
I know. It's like he hears that one line, he obsesses over it.
Intimidating.
Hammy.
A mess. Drama.
Hammy.
My heart still is beating.
Hammy. It
Whoa,
sounds like the dry spell is going to continue for at least another day. Because I'm out of time for this segment, and
it's drama.
I have no more time for calls here. But tomorrow's another day.
People love to hate on him. I don't understand. If you don't want to be with him, don't be with him. But don't.
It's amazing the reactions that the ham sandwich man will bring about.
Yeah.
But I never get this face to face to nobody.
It's
radio cool.
I actually think.
But they never come to me face to face and take me head on like that.
It must be an impression that he does make that they never forget him. They remember vividly every detail of their encounter for like years after the the encounter took place.
Well, maybe
blue jean suit and cool water cologne and a spot on your left side.
Every detail. They can't remember what they had for dinner last night, but their meeting with the ham sandwich man is so impressed on their brains.
He's pretty aggressive and outgoing, and
that's got to stand for something.
I'm not the ones, T-Man. I'm not the ones that's going to dog them little.
No, this is a good thing, Hammy.
I'm not going to dog them out.
This is a good thing that you're such an impact player like that.
If they men,
they really want to do you, I think.
See, I just want to play, and they men dogging them out. You feel me? And they mad at me because I don't know how to dog.
But as I said, as far as you getting a hookup today, tomorrow's another day because we're out of time. All right, Hammy?
All right, big dog.
All right, my friend. We'll talk to you then.
Wow.
The ham sandwich man is looking for love, as the old saying goes. No, this is not all the wrong places. This is the right place.
I know it is.
But the haters always beat the lovers to the phone.
Yeah.
Okay? It was another classic example of that.
Yo, what's up? This is The American Dream. My favorite songs on KUBE 93 right now would have to be
Mariah Carey, Obsessed with me, boy, I wanna know. Jason Derulo, What You Say. That you only meant well, 'cause you did.
right here, KUBE 93. Keep it locked.
And now, a way better message about bacon, brought to you by Wendy's.
At most other places, this is what bacon sounds like. Ding. Bacon doesn't ding. At Wendy's, this is what our new thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon sounds like. And this is what it sounds like when you bite into it. And this is what it sounds like when you realize how good bacon can be again.
Wow!
Ah, that's way better.
Introducing Wendy's new